All right, welcome back again, guys, to my channel. Now we're going to continue about our gender linguistics, which will be the second part for the series for this lesson. Now, as you can see here, we're still going to talk about gendered verbal communication, specifically more on verbal communication expresses cultural views of gender. Now, as you can see here, we are now on the second part of this lesson, which is language defines men and women differently. Do you agree that language defines men and women differently? Let me know in the comment section below if you do so. Another question is, how much does these languages affect you in every day of your life? Example, for your work, at the school, your role in your family, your role as a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Was there a time that the language that defines men and women really affected you in the most, you know, positive or negative way? Comment in the comment section below. Okay. Now, so women, for example, are frequently defined by appearance or by relationships with others, whereas men are more typically defined by activities, accomplishments, or positions. Now, I'm not going to give you examples on this one, but I know for sure that you know what this one was, was really trying to really emphasize here. Have you noticed those animes or manga? If you're going to take a look at the female character, their appearance, their physical features are very much emphasized. But men on some animes, their powers are emphasized. Their authority, their coolness. Okay, that is one example of that. Okay, and there's a lot of more examples in here. When you watch telenovelas, when you watch movies, when you watch other articles or maybe read other articles, so on, you can really see that this is really true. And me, myself, I can really see that as well. Okay, Taylor Swift, instead of being emphasized on her work, she was really merely emphasized on her past relationships. Well, there are other actors and actors in the States that had a lot of women in their lives, but still they were being praised by their work. So that is already language there. Okay. All right. Now, language also reflects social views of women as passive and men as active when engaged in sexual activity. Most of the time, statistically, yes, but not all. Have you noticed that people say he laid her, he balled her, he screwed her, she got laid, and he made love to her? Familiar? Each of these phrases suggests that in sexual activity, men are active whereas women are passive. That's true. When there's a man like who really got their girls sexually, then they are very proud of themselves to the point that they need to announce it to their colleagues or barcadas or group of friends, so to speak. And they're very proud that they hooked them up, they already sexually laid on them. Okay, so one of the languages there. Okay, perhaps because men are expected to be sexual initiators, again, this is cultural driven. Inappropriate sexual initiative by men is sometimes described in language that makes it seem acceptable. There's a very long debate about the rape cases already, and I would really be happy to explain my views on that on a different video. But yeah, so on, again, there will never be a rape without a rapist. That's all I can say. No matter how you dressed up, if there is really a rapist, then it doesn't matter. And when I say rapist, it's not just men, but there are women who are also rapists. Okay, so let's be equal here. Let's face reality. Although statistically speaking, yes, that's correct. That um, genderly wise, there's a lot of male who are rapists, but it doesn't mean that there are no women rapists. There are, and well, I've known someone before. Yeah. So she was a pedophile. Okay, she prefers young boys, and yeah, so that's also a form of rape there. Okay, so yeah, so again, there will be no rape if there is no rapist, and I stand with that. There are babies. During the old times, women are very conservative, like their Victorian dresses. They are really covered, almost whole. Their body was, almost covered, even in Muslims. But these women are still being raped, and they're not showing sexiness or any. It doesn't elicit any sexual tension there. But then rapists exist already on those days. So I don't really believe, and I am a believer that rape will never happen without a rapist. It's not about how you wear or how you act, but it's really the mindset of a rapist. Okay, for instance, why did no one challenge Arnold Schwarzenegger's use of playful and rowdy to describe the multiple incidents of sexual harassment revealed during his campaign for the governorship of California? And why did Fox News commentator Greta Van Susteren refer to Kobe Bryant's rape trial as a sex scandal? Okay, a sex scandal is about spouse swapping or other unconventional but consensual sexual activity. Well, rape is not a sex scandal but an act of violence. That's true. Sex scandal is with consent still, but rape is a non-consent sexual aggressiveness there. As you can see, these are men, and they were not really accused, or they were not labeled as how women are being labeled when engaging to sexual activity with consent or non-consent. So instead of saying rape, they use it as sex scandal. Okay, all right. Our language also reflects society's view of women as defined by their relationships with other rather than as independent agents. That's true. They always said that women cannot live without men. I don't think so. Okay. Just like men, there are men who can live without women, of course. When covering female newsmakers, news reports are more likely to include personal information such as marital status and information about children than when covering male newsmakers. That's true. That's really true. I agree with that. Okay, so there are reports and articles as well that when they are reporting of females, they are really specific on their marital status and the number of children they have. But while in men, they are really more focused on the career, the power, the authority, and even the milestone as a married man. Okay, on primetime television, even professional women are often depicted primarily in interpersonal context, and their appearance is highlighted. That's true. Appearance is the key. Okay, in primetime televisions, the more you have bigger of this, the more you are flawless, and the more you are, here in the Philippines, the more you are more fair, like with white skin, as what Filipino said, but fair skin. Okay, the more you are attractive and the more you are talented. Okay, all right, that's very short, but I do hope that you've learned something about this one. Again, this will be the second part of our verbal communication expresses cultural views of gender discussion. Again, please subscribe to my channel and click the like button, of course, the bell button for to have an instant notification when I uploaded my videos. Thank you again, everyone, and have a great day. God bless and good luck.